everybody! Today is the day I finally do this thing. I didn't really want to because it's what stupid people do for reasons only they know. However, I decided for the hell of it to say fuck it. A friend of mine did this recently and I'm gonna do it. It's the one chip challenge. Scorpion Pepperizzo and your Carolina Reaper. They're branded and claim to be the two hottest peppers in the world. In case you didn't notice, I am very pale, a pinhead, Caucasian. Occasionally chooses to do really stupid things because actually no reason like this. And so, in case you didn't know the cliche, we can't handle our spices. I haven't had any practice, as in like adaptation to get used to hotter spices or anything. So we're gonna see what happens. In other words, you want to see the entertainment value of somebody being a masochist for absolutely no fucking reason, being a dumbass, technically risking their life, watching a Caucasian boil alive. Have fun with this. Rules for the challenge. Eat the entire chip, prove it, show us your tongue. Wait as long as possible for drinking or eating anything. That's one thing I plan to do. I wanted to get the full brunt force of the pain and everything of the spice, so I really know what it was like. My friend told me it only lasts about 5 minutes, and then it really subsides, which to me is like, yeah, figures. That seems really disappointing. Like, they did not go with where the actual spice and peppers are, for the record. That's the seeds. We'll eat the entire chip. We will see. I don't want to be extremely stupid and eat the entire thing at once, so you can count that as a violation of the rules. I don't give a fuck. To me, I've done the challenge despite it. Yeah, if you want to show how stupid you are, put that in your car window or something. Or like my mom made the joke about, put it above your toilet. For the record, I have a little bit of milk. I have a big cup of yogurt that I also have honey in. Put a little bit of honey in it. And of course I have Valsa. Without further ado, here goes the pain. Ish. I like how my body psychologically is already getting thirsty. Here goes stupidity. Oof, that smells bad. It smells kind of like a dirty rodent cage with, like, wet dog with something else, like vitamins. That's what it smells like. It smells like vitamins. Ugh. Like a multivitamin. Ugh. Gotta make it worse, don't you? It tastes like it smells. That's not good. It's really bad when it gets to your throat, which is predictable. Immediate response, actually the worst one, is the feeling of your body wanting to purge it immediately, which is vomiting. That's a lot of dye. It actually does get worse, yeah. There's a little piece of it that's like stuck in the pocket of my throat. It is really getting worse and worse. There's like, it's patches on my throat. On the back of my mouth, that's way worse than others.
Oh, Harold.
You get ulcers in your stomach and intestines, you can get ulcers in your fucking throat and mouth. Look at that shit. Oh! It's better if you don't swallow. It's like the effect of water. If I ate any more of that chip, it's a guarantee I would have vomited. Which some of the idiots out there in the world call it party trick. I don't care to give you one. I'm not gonna be that brutal on myself. Holy shit, dude. I knew what to expect. I didn't expect it to be the burn to feel like it does. It literally feels like you're like you poured bacon grease in your mouth or throat. Boiling hot bacon grease. Or like you somehow managed to stick your esophagus directly against a 350-degree oven or something. Which is probably pretty much what it is equivalent to. It's like you poured acid, or no, it literally is acid if you ingested. It's hard to tell if it's getting better at this moment or not. Like it's getting a little lesser. It's really hard to tell. There's like little random flare-ups in certain spots in my throat, but I think it's definitely getting better. I think the worst is definitely past of it. It's also the feeling is sinking. Like it's like right about here right now, like right at my sternum. It's about to reach my stomach. Actually, it is reaching my stomach as we speak. For the record, I didn't eat anything at all today. Except for, I think, like a handful of chocolate chips. That was it. I don't know why I did that. I just did. Fuck, dude. Yeah, the more you swallow, the more it makes it worse. It is literally like your saliva acts as like water. So it is literally though like it's a infinitely worse habanero or an infinitely worse ghost pepper. It's just like, well, no, habanero actually. It was strange. I guess I haven't had an actual ghost pepper before. I've had sweet ghost pepper chips, but that was just using the juice of the ghost pepper and the flesh, dehydrated skin and flesh. So, admittedly, you can tell it gets worse when you talk. Habanero, I've had slices of it with seeds and everything. Admittedly, not by itself, but alongside of some things. Although I have had some slices by itself because it fell out of my sandwiches or whatever. It really is the best thing to think of if I think of another pepper. It's like a infinitely hotter habanero. That's the impact it has. It's like if you took a habanero and you turned it up to like 205. Nah, not that far. But literally, like, if you turn it up to 11, that's what it's like. Oh, my lord. Oh, God.
Wow!
Fuck, dude. I like how the fuck, dude, comes this late when it's getting infinitely better. No. Oh, God.
Oh, Harold.
Until I just went to the worst spot it could have, right above my trachea. Oh, I just said habanero. I meant spice. I think I said habanero. Even though I'm just confusing myself at this point. Okay, yeah, it's infinitely better now. It's still worse when you swallow. It's still worse when you talk. The spice burn on your tongue. Everything is worse, but it's tolerable at this point for sure. Oh man. Moral of the story is you just you want to make sure your lobster is vibrating and its circumference of it is extremely large before you do this kind of a thing, because otherwise you don't have the will power to and the confidence to be able to really push through the pain and the suffering that it takes, the effort that it takes to put forth really in order to be far more appropriate. As usual, I'm also so intelligent I completely forgot to bring my microphone forward even after thinking about it and looking at it multiple times. Listen, look, all I'm saying is free my brother Jordan Peterson from Twitter jail. That's all I'm saying. Let the mouse lick your car. Oh, man. Hey, you fellas. We back. Back from my Spider-Man adventures. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. Oh, man. Play a little bit of word game while I'm at it, why not? Let's pretend this is a word. Apparently it is a word, according to it. Sure. Alright. It's like getting... Except when that happens. It's getting even better and better. I think what's happening is... I ate about half the chip. Right. About half of it. I'm not gonna eat any more of it. I could just suffer through another bout right now. But I think the point has been made, and why go through a second wave of the exact same shit? Like, I could, obviously I'd endure, but I just don't see a reason to do it. It is $9. And even if you eat the entire thing, obviously it's not worth it. But yeah, eating the entire thing, it's trash. Eating the entire thing doesn't fucking matter. Because you're doing... It's not going to add to it, it's not going to subtract to it. It's the same exact experience, either all over again or whatever else. I thought about trying to do a voice act as like a double challenge, so doing voice acting through it. And I probably could have pulled it off, but it also could have made me vomit. And just like, one of the things I hate the most in life is vomiting. Like, when I say I would rather die, I literally mean I would literally rather die than vomit. That's how much I hate vomiting. So, like, it's one of the worst feelings in the world. So I've gotten what felt like pretty close to that point multiple times there in the beginning. Not worth it. Especially the more I talked, the worse that got. So that's why I didn't talk very much in the very beginning, because it was just kind of going through it, realizing the more I talked, the more likely I was to vomit. But, victory lap. Wow. I did not expect that to be that freaking effective. Wow. You don't appreciate. Wow, you just do not appreciate the amazing boon that yogurt can be until after something like that. That's an entirely different universe after I just had that one spoonful of yogurt after that. Oh my god. And it wasn't even that bad in comparison to the peak. That peak was horrible. I knew what to expect. I actually expected worse, to be fair. But then if I like average it out and put it right in a median point, a little middle point, that's probably what I just experienced is probably exactly what I figured it would. Of course, now the burn's coming back again, but that's the one chip challenge conquered, I would say. And in my opinion, under my rules and what I was going to go by, I definitely achieved it pulled off that, and I have conquered it and thus won and remain victorious on it. My palate is not amused right now. I just realized slightly left to center my palate. Definitely burns pretty bad. I'm gonna find new spots that are also burned by spice. Definitely throughout the day, I think. And eventually, who knows, my intestines will probably have a fire liquidation year-end sale going on. Hey, if you want a $9, if you want a $9 clonic, instead of having to go to a hospital in the outpatient to do it. I'm just saying. For sure, especially if you eat the entire thing. Or you get anything like the pepper itself. Of course, you could get yourself ulcers, you could die of anaphylaxis, there's a hell of a lot of things that can happen. I think that's gonna do it for this video. So, thank you for watching, I guess? I don't know. See you around. And yes, do not be afraid to say, fuck your rules, Paqui. This fucking counts. And you fucking know it. My rules do too. CF, don't be stupid. Like me. I know I'm a fucking hypocrite for it, but just don't be. And see you around. Okay. Bye-bye.